You're listening to episode number 20 of the Emotional Freedom Podcast. And in today's episode, we are going to look at what is the formula for luck. Stay tuned. You know, there are a lot of people who just say that, that person is just lucky. That person is just, it's all just luck, right? If that person is not lucky, then they wouldn't be where they are today. Well, is it true? Well, I think luck is one of those things whereby we all wish we have more, right? Okay, I don't know if anyone out there would actually hope that they can have bad luck, but I know that almost everyone I've met, they will always say things like good luck to you and things like that, which suddenly reminds me of an old friend of mine when we were in secondary school. See, this guy's name is Alvin. He's now, I believe he's now an engineer. But back in the days when we were still classmates, it was the school exam. And then before the test start, we have this practice whereby we would go and shake hands with one another and we will say things like good luck, good luck, good luck. And to give that wish and to receive it, I don't know, sometimes it just makes us feel better. So when it came to Alvin, I shook his hand and I said, good luck, Alvin. I was waiting for him to wish me back, but he didn't do that. Instead, he looked me square in the eyes and he said, I don't need luck. My first response was, I was in shock. I was like, how do I respond to that? And then the second thought in my head was like, this guy is cocky. And then he told me this. He said, I don't need luck. I need a miracle right now. So every one of us, we really want to have like better luck, good luck. And that's why lots of things that people do. Like, for example, in some tradition, during the Chinese New Year, they would give this money in a hong bao, which is red packets to the younger generation to give them luck. And you will also have certain practices whereby people will do some prayer to ancestors in order to get better luck for the year. So lots of things that people do because they just want to have better luck for the year. So that means that luck is essentially a very, very important thing. It's a very good thing. And because of that, before I continue, I just want to wish, may you have lots of good luck, yeah? So coming back to this topic, but is it true that if you are born on a certain date or if you are born at a certain hour, you would be luckier than those who are born, say, in a different date, in an inauspicious date? Okay, so I am not a metaphysician. So I don't learn feng shui. I don't learn about reading palmistry and all that. So I'm not going to claim that I know the answer to that. But I would certainly be sharing with you that there is indeed a formula for luck. Especially true during today's modern world of social media, of the internet. There is indeed a formula for luck. And if you are able to tap into this formula, you will have luck. And what is that formula? Now, according to a Roman philosopher, okay, and now I'm reading this so that I can get it correct. His name is Seneca. I hope I pronounced it correctly. So Seneca was a Roman philosopher, and he says this: luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So once again, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You see, a lot of people, they are hoping for opportunity. And they will be like, if only I have that opportunity, or if only that opportunity comes, or if only the right timing is there, or if only I meet the right person. So lots of people will be hoping for this opportunity to just come knocking on the door. But what happens if opportunity finds you not ready? So let's say this person comes and says that, look, I need someone who can help me to take care of my social media campaigns. That's an opportunity. But what if, but I don't know how to do social media? So the opportunity have just passed you by. Or let's say it's a competition, it's a sports competition. And you are just an amateur player and you go into the competition and you lost to a better player. And you'll be thinking, I'm unlucky. But the key here is, in these situations, you and we can actually do quite a fair bit to determine the outcome, the ending for that particular situation. So imagine that if you have been better prepared, if you have read more about the client, if you have just done a little bit more research about the person whom you are talking to, and you know that this particular person is actually, they like something, which I think suddenly I remember a story. Now, this story was shared by this Chen Anzi 老师, who was actually from Taiwan. Yeah. Now, Chen Anzi was somebody who does a lot of motivation and sales. And I was listening to one of his stories, which he shared about something that happened in Shenzhen. Now, this was in the early days when Shenzhen was open. So it is not the Shenzhen that we know now. Yeah. It is definitely not as prosperous as right now. So back in those days, there was a foreign investor who wanted to build a large shopping mall in Shenzhen. So this foreign investor, he called out open for tender, and he wanted to invite the contractors to come and submit their projects. So now what happens here is there was this particular small contractor, and he wanted to bid for it. He knew his chances were slim, but he felt like if he didn't do it, then the result would just be no chance at all. And if he had submitted it, guess what? He would probably have a small chance. A small chance is better than no chance. So he made an appointment to meet up with this the owner of this foreign company. And the foreign let's just call him the CEO, right? The CEO decided to give this guy, this Chinese man, about 10 minutes for him to just submit his paper, talk to him a little bit. And that's about it, because the CEO already felt like this person will definitely not be able to take this project because this project is just too big for the small company. So the day of the appointment came, and this Chinese contractor met up with the CEO, and they started talking, and by 10 minutes, he knew he would not be getting the project. So he said goodbye politely, and he walked towards the door. Now, as he was walking towards the door, he noticed something very interesting on the table. You see, on the table, there was a book, a Chinese book, something that is known as I Ching. And I Ching is actually a very ancient way of, a very ancient philosophy. Don't ask me what it is, because I have no idea what it is. All right, it's just a very ancient philosophy that people use to do divination, to tell time, to predict future and everything. So it's a lot of deep stuff, okay? It's just deep stuff. So this Chinese man, he got curious, and he just, before he stepped out from the door, he just asked, "Sir, I'm very curious. You are an expatriate. Why do you have an I Ching on your table?" And this foreign director, this CEO, he looked back at this man and he said, funny you should ask. I have been learning I Ching for many years. Since I was younger, I was exposed to it, and I just more or less fell in love with it. In the beginning, I find that it was okay. I could understand it, but I have not touched it for a while already because it is just so complicated. So I feel a bit lost. I wanted to, but I just felt a bit lost. So that's why it's there. I'm not touching it for a long time. And this Chinese man just walked back to the to the CEO, and he said this: "If you don't mind, maybe I can show it to you. If you have any questions, if it's okay with you, you can ask me those questions, because I have been studying I Ching all my life." And what happened was, the CEO looked shocked. He smiled. He picked up the phone, called the secretary outside, and said, "Please cancel all my appointments for this afternoon. I have a very important meeting now." So according to Chen Anzi 老师, who do you think got the project? Okay, but before you guess the answer, now what happened was, at the end of that session, the CEO learned so much that he felt like he wanted to do something weird. And that is, he asked this Chinaman, "Can you be my godfather? Because I feel like you are my godfather in I Ching. There's so much that you know that I can learn from you. Can you be my godfather?" And The end of the story, according to Chen Anzi 老师, was simply this. Would you say no to your own father? So you see, back to our discussion about luck. If this Chinese man, he did not know I Ching, when the opportunity came, he wouldn't even be ready for it. He would just probably, if he didn't know I Ching, right, he would just be thinking, oh, this expatriate, not bad. He is interested in I Ching, something that I don't even know, and I'm Chinese. So, but it was different because he knew it, he studied it, and he was able to offer that. So you see, in that situation, some people can say, yeah, this guy is just plain lucky. And they're right. He was lucky because there was an opportunity and he was prepared for it. So this is something that you and I, we can do, especially nowadays. You see, nowadays we have Google, we have YouTube, and there are so many things that we can learn from it for free. Yet, what I observe is that a lot of people, they use the internet for online gaming or just to watch some funny cat videos or cute dog videos and ha 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 the whole day, but they don't do anything to prepare themselves. And yet, when the opportunity comes and they are not ready, then they blame it on luck. So I think this is something that you and I, we can do while we still have the time. Prepare ourselves so that when the right opportunity comes, you and I will be there to answer it. All right, so I wish you have good luck today. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.